Sadiq Khan has said it would be the sensible decision for the capital to be placed in Tier 2 restrictions when the national lockdown is lifted. The London mayor, speaking last night ahead of the country's regional restrictions being announced, warned that Tier 3 would be a hammer blow to businesses. Health Secretary Matt Hancock will reveal in Parliament later today which tier each local authority in England will fall under. Each area will be placed into 3 tiers when lockdown ends, but the system has been toughened from the previous regime. Boris Johnson is facing a growing Tory backlash over plans to cut the international aid budget as part of a sweeping spending review aimed at dealing with the economic impact of the coronavirus crisis. A number of prominent Conservatives publicly expressed concern at the move, which formed part of the party's manifesto, as the government's economic forecasts were questioned by some economists. The overseas aid cut was announced by Chancellor Rishi Sunak as one of a number of measures intended to cope with the economy contracting by an expected 11.3% this year. Former Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt and former Prime Minister David Cameron were among those criticising the plans to cut overseas aid from 0.7% to 0.5% of gross national income. Donald Trump has pardoned his first national security advisor, Michael Flynn, who pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI about clandestine contacts with a Russian official. Mr. Trump announced the pardon in a tweet in which he said he was honoured to exonerate the retired general. Flynn had not been sentenced following his conviction. Mr. Trump is expected to offer a pardon to a string of key aides before he leaves office on the 20th of January following his election loss. British-Australian academic Dr. Moore-Gilbert said she is departing Iran with bittersweet feelings after being released from an Iranian prison. State media in the country said the detained Melbourne University lecturer had been released in an apparent prisoner swap on Wednesday. The Middle Eastern studies expert was picked up at Tehran airport while trying to leave the country after attending a conference in 2018. Dr. Moore-Gilbert was convicted of spying and sentenced to 10 years behind bars, but has vehemently denied the charges. She was held in Evin prison, where British-Iranian dual national Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe was also jailed. And finally, a man who sought a fresh start after losing his wife to cancer has won £1 million house after donating £10 in a charity draw. Civil servant Ian Garrick, 56, from Mablethorpe in Lincolnshire, said he wanted to try his luck after spotting the competition in aid of the Teenage Cancer Trust on Facebook, but said he didn't think any more of it after entering. The father of 3 said the Mansion prize was the boost he needed to carry on and start afresh after losing his wife Julie to breast cancer nearly 5 years ago.